Hello, Stefania.
Hi, Ron.
You are a philosophical practitioner here in Italy.
Yes, I am.
And I understand that you work with individuals and you work with groups. And you told me that you have recently worked with an individual, with a woman, about her feminine identity. Philosophy and feminine identity. Can you tell us more about your work with this woman?
Okay, this is for me a very enthusiastic case because she's a particular woman. She's a philosopher and she has a disability. She's an handicap. She's a very difficult relationship with her body. And when she came to me, she talked about her difficult. The strange thing that the difficult of this woman is not in the body, but in her thought. I say, why do you have a problem in your thoughts? She told to me that the problem that she can't have a relationship with love because of her handicap. She doesn't have the access of the word of the love, the relationship, the man. She can't. And then she feels sick again and again. She has spinal compression, and there's no space between her vertebrae. And I say that perhaps in her mind there is not space between your idea and your word. There's a compression, like your spinal compression. There is an identity between your thought and your body. There's a connection, and then we start to explore in this way. And she say, "Okay, I understand, but I can't have a life. I can't have emotion. I can't have friends or a boy or a marriage, another." And I say, "Okay, you say you have lose your match with love, but she's not your voice. She's a voice of an ungainly sport commentator." In Italian, we have a silly character. He's a sport commentator, and every match you have to lose the play. You have to lose, and then I say, wait a moment.
So, in other words, the voice that she expresses is the voice that is dominant, and she identifies with that voice.
And her voice is not a woman voice, but is a voice
of a commentator.
Okay, the commentator of the sports. You can win the match.
I see.
Never.
I see.
And I joke like a cartoon, and I say, "You seems like this man," and then we try to explore in her inner side. And we find a lot of voice. I say, it's not your voice, it's other voice. And my client says, it's not possible that in my inner space there's a very ugly person with this bad accent. It's not good to have this man inside of me. And I say, okay, we try to find another cartoon in your mind and in your person. This voice says that you are impotent, you can do nothing. And she say, but I have another part of me that say I'm omnipotent, like a god, like a romantic hero, like Lord Byron that see on the sea and feel a lot of emotion. And then I say, we have two parts, the omnipotent, the god, the romantic hero, Lord Byron, and the ungainly commentator.
What is the name of that commentator?
Aldo Biscardi.
Aldo Biscardi. So that you identified two voices in this woman. One is the voice of Aldo Biscardi.
And the other one, Lord Byron.
Lord Byron.
And we joke with character, with cartoon, like in a theater. And then I say to my client, I have a question for you. These voices are voices of men, but you are a woman. Where is the woman in your inner side? The woman? Where is the woman? I don't see the woman. Okay, we have to create the woman, and we start to joke. In this exploration, she understands that the dominant idea of her mind is not the unique idea of her mind. There is the God or the godness. There is the impotent, and there's the woman, a real woman. And now in this part of the dialogue, we can try to create her feminine identity. And it's very difficult to create this voice. The important thing that this woman that is a philosopher.
Oh, she is a philosopher. This woman is a philosopher.
He's a philosopher. Understand in this dialogue that the word is not a word. There is a distance between our idea of reality and the reality. And the truth is not that your idea is wrong or the reality is good. The important thing is to have a relationship between the world and your idea of the world. There is not the same. The truth is in the relationship.
So I understand that what you did was, first of all, you identified the different voices in her. Yeah. You saw which voices are there, which are missing, which are dominant, which are hidden. And then you thought about the relationship between the voices and reality.
Yeah.
And what happened? How did it develop?
In this part of the dialogue, she's very surprised. Oh, I'm a woman. This voice is not my voice, but it is only one of the voice of my inner polyphony. And then she starts to feel good in her body. Perhaps now there's a big space between her and her vertebrae, and there's a relationship with this woman and herself. Mm-hmm. Now they want to find a space, an inner space to cultivate, like a Zen garden, and we have to...
A Zen garden.
A Zen garden. You have to cultivate every day this space between you and yourself. Mm-hmm. You and yourself is not the same. Mm-hmm. I and me are two persons, and we have, in a philosophical dialogue, to create a relationship between I and me.
The I and the me are what?
The subject and the object.
I see. Okay.
I think
me as a subject and me as an object of my thoughts.
Yeah. I think it's important to create a connection inside. And when you have an easy connection between I and me, you can have an easy connection with I and the other and I. And this is the topic, the base in which you can create a relationship with a man, another person, if you have a good connection and an inner space. Now we have a lot of meditation during our dialogue to find the voice that put her the possibility to be free, to be herself with these new spaces, this new space.
I see. Stefania, in practice, in your relationship between you and this woman, where was the philosophical element? Can you explain a little bit? What kind of philosophizing did you do?
I think that my philosophy is based on a little difference between two verbs, to be and to have. I think that everyone have a character, everyone have a pain, everyone have suffering in a period of this life. But I think the philosophical thing, the small and important philosophical thing is that what is your being, not your have. Mm-hmm. You can have a problem with your body, a problem with your family, a problem with your mind. You can have a job, you can't have a job, you can't have a boyfriend, you can't have a boyfriend. But what is the specific inner
identity?
Inner identity. I think the philosophical question is more small. I think it's only in the difference between to see and to have. Mm-hmm. When you stay in contact with your the part that say I am and not I have, I think you stay in contact with your mm-hmm. philosophical part.
I see. So, in what ways or in what manners did you philosophize during the session with a person?
I use a lot poetry mm-hmm. To express the voices, mm-hmm. To joke with the voices. I use a lot the theater. We joke. You can play with this role and joke with the role, and the play is to change your point of view during the session. Okay. Now you stay here and you can look at the world in this way. But if I sit here, I have another vision, another dimension. And if I stay on the window or near the door, I have always another vision. The important thing is not, like in psychology, to think that you have changed your personality or your character. I think the important thing in philosophy is the possibility to move your face in this way, in that way. And when you move your face, a little movement, you can have another vision of the world only with this action. Okay. So it's not very difficult or very easy. I think it's very easy to make this. Oh, another dimension, another one.
So the philosophical element really is looking at the world, at reality, at your own reality from different perspectives, different point of view, and playing with the ideas, with the coordinates, with the basic reality that you see from different directions.
Yeah, I think it's the important thing.
Well, very interesting, Stefania, and thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you too.